Hey, it's Lawton Chiles here, and today I'm giving you $4,860 worth of marketing training for free. It's called the Conversion Cure, and it's a two-part series on converting people through simple email campaigns that anybody can write. And I want to give it to you today absolutely free. In a minute, I'm going to show you why. But for right now, you need to know that this will help you make sales, tell stories, even if you're not a storyteller, get paid, make the same offer over and over again without annoying anybody, even if you don't know what to say to convince people to buy your products, and even if your products are expensive, and even if you don't sell products but want to provide services instead. Here's why you would want it even if it wasn't free, which it is. Reason number one is this will help you master the art of influence. Nothing gives us greater chance to get inside the wallet and hearts of our audience than having the ability to save them from boredom. And Hollywood has mastered the art of storytelling in order to connect people and convince people to take action or feel a certain emotion over time. Wouldn't you agree? And in my email series, we borrow heavily from these types of stories, from the essential structure, proven framework, and arc of Hollywood movies and famous books. But I'm not a great writer or a pro columnist or a fancy blogger. I don't like to be a class clown or anything. You don't have to look ridiculous or dumb or just act like a jerk for these strategies to work. Okay, so if you're not an extrovert, you don't have to become one. And I'm not interested in becoming the next Robin Williams or Dave Chappelle or Jerry Seinfeld, but I know the storytelling angles and approaches which work time and time again to sell movies like the Marvel franchise and the Harry Potter books and the, what was that one with the Twilight? You know, all that stuff follows frameworks which people gobble up like crazy. And soon you'll learn how to do this as well. And I want to give you some more good news. According to Statistica, which is a website that does all things statistics, revenue from stories is more than $38.3 billion. You can see right there the chart. So people who tell stories for a living get paid very well. And people that own stocks in the companies that tell stories get paid even more handsomely, I think. So let's look at Amazon.com sales, which is really a playground for people who are telling stories and entertaining people the right way. So they've got 40 million Amazon Prime members. You know, the little thing that allows you to do the 2-day shipping, and you get, you go in there, you get free 2-day shipping. So they have 40 million of those people. And if you see the article here, Amazon's 40 million Prime members spending about $1,500 a year on average. Each of those 40 million subscribers spends about $1,500 on average, which equals $60 billion in revenue for Amazon. I'm sure all of that is not profits, but a lot of it is. And this means storytelling, books, movies, magazines, TV shows is very powerful and very profitable. Plus, we haven't even looked at iTunes yet. A few years ago, Apple had 575 million accounts with an average account spend of $12, which doesn't seem like very much until you add up all of those accounts, which averages out to $27 billion and change. So revenue from films and TV and music is more than $24 billion. And again, that's storytelling, right? The other reason you would want the Conversion Cure, even if it wasn't free, is the value gap. Okay, think about this. The simple fact is, the first time someone sees an offer that you make, they probably won't purchase it. This is 100% normal, but you might be wondering why. And that's a very good question. If we put a good offer in front of a perfect prospect, why don't all of those people who are in a position to purchase, why don't they do it? So it's a great question. Most of your audience will need more value in order to buy the second or third time you make the offer. So what that means is the value is training that you do in order to convince them that you're the right person to buy from, or maybe you haven't overcome all of their objections. There's a number of things we can do to make more people buy from the same offer. And it's 100% normal for most people to not buy the first time or even the second time, because people hate to be sold, but they love to buy, okay? And it's probably not your sales copy or your offer that's the issue. And no, it's probably not because of your price point either, even if it's a high price, or how fancy your web page looks. So what's the deal? Why don't more people buy the first time? Well, it has a lot to do with the fact that your audience probably just needs a little bit more value from you in order to feel comfortable and trustful buying from you. And in order to get around the distracted nature of our reader or our video watcher, we need to work smarter than the rest. That's why, included with the conversion cure, which I'm giving you today for free, is an extra 10 ways, 10 angles to make the same offer and pitch again without being annoying. You see, since most people don't buy right away, I'm giving you 10 new ways to follow up with the same offer, but in a way that's unique. First, I want to show you a step-by-step process to get more sales from your emails, even if you don't know where to begin right now. Here we go. First, you get attention through curiosity. Then, you entertain and give value. Third, you transition to your sales pitch for your product or service. And fourth, you either make a purchase or you have them take the action that you want them to take. But what if they don't buy? Now, this is totally common and 100% natural, which you'll find out in just a second. So the first thing that we want to do here is we want to get attention through curiosity. That's where the subject line and the first couple sentences of the email captures the hook and sets the hook and reels them in. And then we want to entertain and give value. But what happens if they don't buy right away? So we entertain and give value. We present the opportunity to buy later on through our funnel. But a lot of people will not buy. That's just human nature. And so, again, we want to give them several opportunities down the line, again, to purchase. We don't want to just depend on, well, making them the offer right away and then, like, okay, if they don't buy, just never offer it to them again. But there's a specific and a calculated way to do this, which isn't spammy, salesy, or hypey, which allows you to reframe and reposition your product and service again and again without them getting bored. So there's a sneaky way, actually more than a few, to follow up with people with the same offer without being annoying or salesy. The good news is you don't have to scratch your head and come up with lame excuses to keep emailing your list and your audience. I've done all the heavy lifting for you and come up with a double shot of email formulas and frameworks to make the same offer again and again without being boring, annoying. I'll give you an example. First, I'm going to show you how to entertain with stories from Hollywood, which have been around since the dawn of time, mostly using frameworks that Hollywood uses every day to sell boatloads of movies, books, magazines, you name it. Now, don't worry about the word entertain. You don't have to be funny or look childish or weird or be someone who, frankly, you're not. But you do have to follow a framework because this is a serious challenge. So it's a serious challenge, but I know that we're up to it because these selling angles work like gangbusters to sell all kinds of things, including baseball bats. I'm serious. My buddy sold $29,000, actually more than that, worth of baseball bats for a client, all by using the Back to the Future selling angle I gave him. In this example, I'm going to showcase how if you had a time machine, it could go back and give your reader one thing which would make the difference in their life. It would be your product or service. It's much more colorful than what I just outlined, hence why it works across multiple industries. And it just gives you another excuse to use an example from a movie most of your audience already loves. And you can restate your pitch at the end for your product or service. Another angle is what to do when XYZ stops working. So if we're selling a webinar software, for example, we might say, what to do when your webinars stop converting. That email would educate them on what they could do right now to fix their webinars. Or you could go one step further and show them a tutorial or video on what they should fix right away. And at the end of your article or email, you would tell them about your services or product again. And this would allow you to restate your pitch. What about your first few follow-up messages? Should you just re-pitch them right away or warm up your audience? Well, if you want to start pitching right away, that's totally fine. I'm going to show you how to do it. Because of my bonus training, The Conversion Cure, I'll show you multiple email sequences. The first email shows you how to establish trust, authority, and goodwill. This is the know, like, and trust formula that you see right here. We're also going to give you a bunch of examples on how to write subject lines that convert, and also what to actually say in the email body copy with frameworks that I've already pre-written for you. The second email is what I call Through the Fire, or The Unlikely Hero. This is based on Hollywood stories like Lord of the Rings and Rudy, the famous football movie with Sean Austin. The third email is the Back to the Future time travel email, which is the $30,000 email that my buddy used to sell all those baseball bats. I'm going to give you that exact template as well. The fourth email is what I call the best in the world. That framework is the best landing page on the internet, the worst makeup jobs in fashion, the greatest Facebook post, and how to copy it. I think you get the idea where we're showcasing the best or worst in our industries. The fifth example is omit a big flaw. This sales angle is something no one does, but it's amazing for establishing authority, credibility, and trust because you're admitting a flaw, which allows you to sell even more because you're letting down your guard and letting them into your world. The sixth email is all about numbers, state of fact that people accept as true, and there are more than 12 angles in all. Imagine instead of just pitching your program or product one time and then offering a countdown timer or something to get them to see the urgency. Instead of that, you had 12 effective, powerful, and proven angles of persuasion. And these angles were all waiting for you to deploy, all in case your audience says no the first time out of the gate. The good news is you'll be armed and ready with these tested and proven frameworks in case they say no the first time. After all, it's totally normal that the majority of the people who see your offer will not buy the first time around. That's 100% normal, and it's human nature. I mean, if the majority bought everything we all put out, we'd be billionaires with private chefs and yachts or something. It's human nature to put things off and to say no the first time out of the gate. And the better news is I'm going to personally walk you through all 12 angles and give you multiple scenarios and frameworks to deploy all of these inside of the campaigns. I'll also give you 2 new trainings, one which is called The Conversion Cure and another called Email Storytelling Mastery. The only way to get your hands on this training and the frameworks was to either pay me up to $3,000 a month to consult with you on them, or to fork over $200 per email for me to write them for you. But this way, with these 2 new trainings, you'll get a deep dive of how to tell stories that resonate, even if you don't know where to begin. Or this also works if you feel like any story you would tell would be boring or might even hurt your relationship to your audience. I hear those concerns, and that's why this training is so unique. Here's what you're getting when you get the Conversion Cure today. First, you get the video Conversion Cure, all about the deep dives, Hollywood storytelling, and frameworks which work to pitch your products and services again and again without being annoying or spammy. You also get the frameworks video, which walks you through even more storytelling, frames, and formulas, angles to deploy in case someone says no to you the first time. Plus, you also get my 12 storytelling and sales angles emails. These are actual campaigns written by me, which can be used by you at will, whenever you wish. You could imagine your sales being 12 times what they are right now, or just 2 times or 3 times. Ask yourself, wouldn't that be worth implementing these angles if your sales went up 1%, 5%, 10%? Listen, you don't have to send these out every day either. What if you just deployed one angle once per week or once per month? Think of all the new clients, customers, and goodwill you could snag when you followed up the right way. Look, everyone knows the fortune is in the follow-up. And today I'm giving you 12 different and unique ways to follow up and sell without being annoying or spammy, plus sample scripts and real-world examples. It's all part of a new training called Conversion Cure, new selling angles and frameworks for those on the fence of your offer or service. Again, the only way to get a sample of these selling angles was to A, hire me for up to $3,000 a month for at least 90 days. That's $9,000. Or pay me $200 per angle to write these for you as a private client. But today, I want you to have instant access to the Conversion Cure. So you're not going to pay what it's worth, which would be $2,400. And I'm giving it to you for free. Now, why would I give you all of that for free? It's a blatant bribe. Today, I want to invite you to try my new coaching program called the Lawton Chiles Inner Circle. When you join the Inner Circle, you're going to get access to live video conferences one every other week. And it's a chance for you to get your copy and offers to be taken by far more people. And I'm going to be in a position where I can review your headlines, your emails for every campaign you currently run, your Facebook ads, your YouTube marketing. You'll get personal help crafting new copy, angles, and new offers from me personally. We'll tweak your copy together and drastically improve your follow-up for people who don't buy or say yes the first time. Anything is on the table and nothing is off limits. We do all of the work together side by side in the group live every other week by video conference. Now, you don't have to be on the videos, live if you don't want to. You can just be there and chat, but I will be there on camera so you can see me and talk to me. Plus, every 30 days, I'll send you a brand new newsletter of the latest and most effective marketing tactics and campaigns I'm personally running, have seen tested, and have experience implementing for myself or my clients. This is secret information just for our inner circle members. Included in that package every month are new templates and campaign frameworks, which allow you to simply swipe my model and deploy it in your business immediately. So in essence, your membership should pay for itself. I'm going to include as much value every 30 days as I can. You'll wonder why you didn't deploy more campaigns in the past, because you'll no longer go it alone and you'll no longer have to guess at what could work. Instead, you'll just know. Again, these aren't crappy Me Too marketing secrets, templates, and campaigns. Instead, they're fleshed out, ready to be modeled and used in your business. Just put in your details and hit send. Now, there's not going to be a fully fledged sales letter or video sales letter every single month, because that would be impossible. But these are meant to supplement the assets you already have. But the good news is, even if you don't have a sales letter or a video sales letter, I have good news on that front as well, which I'll get to in a second. So I don't want you to worry if you already don't have one of those. Plus, each month when you join the Inner Circle, you'll get videos of me walking you personally through how I would deploy the marketing materials I'm giving you, as nothing is left to chance. And if you have questions, I've got your back. That's why we meet every other week like clockwork live by video conference, and everything is recorded. And you don't have to be on camera if you don't want to, because some people aren't comfortable with that. The live conferences are for you to get feedback and advice on whatever you want. So back to the marketing campaigns I'm also including in the membership. You're going to get emails, sales frameworks, video sales letter templates, and yes, text-based sales letter templates. You're also going to get email follow-up campaigns and frameworks which work. And you might be wondering, do I need new sales letters every month? The answer is no. But if you have 3 to 5 products already created, then these campaigns I'm giving you will allow you to sell far more effectively than you are right now. And on top of all this value I'm giving you, you also get a newsletter mailed to you as well. It's called Conversion Street. And inside, you'll see the current campaign results of my marketing tests that I run for myself, my clients, and other people. You'll also see the secrets, tips, and tactics I wish I had when I got started selling online. I'll show you what's working for me right now and how little changes in copy and headlines can make huge differences in campaigns that you currently have going on. There's friends of mine that can come in, and I know a lot of different people. So if there's people that I can invite to come in and add extra value and teach you, I'll bring those guys and girls in as well. In short, this is a hot sheet of red hot material smuggled from the front lines of marketing and advertising, hand delivered to you every 30 days like clockwork. Plus, you'll be looking over my shoulder as we work on your business together. This is like becoming a private client of mine, but you won't pay tens of thousands of dollars each month like these guys. I call it my Millionaire Roundtable because I personally worked with and been hired by people like Ryan Dice, Frank Kern, Perry Belcher, Andy Jenkins, and Todd Brown. Men on this screen have paid me tens of thousands of dollars to do a few items for them every month. Private clients like Frank Kern, Ryan Dice, and Todd Brown each paid me tens of thousands of dollars to do a few tasks for them every month. First, review their copy and review their students' copy and create better performing ads, landing pages, and sales devices for them or their clients. Number 2, they also hired me to personally coach and instruct and help their private students and clients get better results. So my track record is beyond solid, and I have testimonials to back this up should you require them. And I know if I can help these guys, I very likely can help you hit home runs. You're probably wondering about the cost to join the Lawton Chiles Inner Circle. And as a member, I remind you, you get everything. The 2 live video conferences every other week, the complete campaigns and frameworks each month. All this is mailed to you right to your door. And you get the private members-only newsletter, The Conversion Cure, and all the secret hard drives I'm going to give you, which contain all of the campaign walkthroughs, sample sales page, and email copy, and more. I'm going to personally help you implement everything. We'll do it together. All of this value for just $397 per month. That's right. You won't pay tens of thousands of dollars like Frank Kern, Ryan Dice, or Perry Belcher, and others have rightly paid me. You won't pay $30,000 to $50,000 that some of these guys have paid me. Instead, you'll just pay one flat rate of $397 per month. No strings attached, and you can cancel at any time. If you're joining right now, the first 30 people, I'll give you access to a special 4-week bonus training I'm going to be teaching you live via webinar. It's called Sales Message Success. It's a 4-week modulated class taught by me. Each week, we'll get on the webinar. I'll answer all your questions for the module for every week. So for 4 weeks, you're going to get a video class each week. You know, let's say on Monday, you'll get the class and you'll go through it for the week. On Thursday and Friday, we'll get on a webinar and I'll answer all the questions you have about that week's content. Module 1 is headlines and starter copy. This is the most important part of your sales message because it grabs the reader's attention and causes them to keep reading, because the more they read, the more that they buy. Everything you need to know on how to begin your sales message with your sales letters and web pages for maximum impact. This also works with video sales letters like the one you're watching right now. Okay, so Module 1 is how to begin your sales message for maximum impact. Module 2 is how to write bullet points, which convert skeptics into buyers. So you see those little things right there, the little check marks, the essence of what they get inside of the product. So these little things, making them as juicy and as tantalizing as possible to describe what they get. The goal is at the end of 4 weeks, you'll have your very own sales letter you can deploy again and again and again, just like clockwork. And the cost is only $397 per month if you act right now. And again, you can cancel anytime. There's no weird forms to fill out or blood oaths to sign. Everything is included. And at any time you do cancel, you can keep all these bonuses as my gift for saying thank you. And it's not crazy expensive either. It's just enough to keep the tire kickers at bay. You know, the ones who just want everything for free and won't take any action to save their life. They'll never run any campaigns. They'll never do any advertising, and they'll turn around and say that this stuff never worked for them. This inner circle is not for them. Think about this. Wouldn't it be worth $397 for me to personally craft marketing materials for your business this month? Don't you think if you implemented what I gave you and deployed the material, you'd get a positive ROI on your investment? After all, I want each campaign I create for you, each marketing nugget, to pay for your membership several times over. That way, everything you make after that one campaign would be complete gravy. You'd probably tell me everything after the fact would be 100% profitable for you. That's why I've given you so much value every 30 days like clockwork. I want you to win, and win very, very big. After all, nothing makes me happier than seeing my clients and customers succeed time and time again. And isn't it worth $397 for me to personally review your campaigns, give you immediate feedback, and do this every 15 days like clockwork? Think about it this way, okay? Wouldn't it be worth $397 to meet every other week and get all of your most burning marketing questions answered? And wouldn't it be worth $397 to get brand new templates, campaign frameworks, and do this, then do that type of instructions? True marketing materials which work time and time again. And wouldn't it be worth $397 to have me on speed dial every other week without having to spend an arm and a leg for the privilege? And it gets even better. During our members-only conference calls, you'll see what's working big for other members as well. And you'll be able to copy their methods or ask them for help. And I'm going to be personally walking you through every email, every campaign, and every sales booster, me and you together. And I'm doing this for one reason. So you can get the advice you need to make more sales more often. I'm personally going to be your guide on this journey, so you'll know exactly what to do every 30 days. If any of these scenarios sound like they might be valuable to you, then this offer is a true no-brainer. That's why you should accept my bribes and become a member of the Inner Circle today. You won't have to begin some weird contract or blood oath. You can cancel anytime. And you're going to get the conversion cure for free. So let's just break this down for you. Inside of the conversion cure, so it's $300 per email if you were to hire me to write these emails for you, which I don't even do anymore. And that's $3,000 by itself of real world value. Like, it's actually $3,000 if I was to write this for you. Plus, you're getting over 2 hours of email storytelling frameworks, sales message success training, which will be sold at a later date for $1,860. So again, that's what it looks like this, the sales message success, where I walk you through the sales letter modules that I just showed you. And that will be sold later on for $1,860. Get personalized help, marketing campaigns, templates, and frameworks every 30 days. These are ready to go. Just plug in your material, hit send, and repeat and refine as needed. Now, I'm not a magician. That's why I can't just say, hey, run this and it'll work. That's why we meet together every other week and refine as your industry is different than mine, and probably your audience is different than mine. So that's why we work together every other week to make sure these materials match the message that you want for your audience. So you should accept my generous bribe of over $4,860 right now and become a member of the Lawton Chiles Inner Circle. Immediately stand out by joining high performers and experts like yourself who need you just as much as you need them. You'll get the 2 live video calls, the campaign frameworks each month, and the Conversion Street newsletter your door every 30 days like clockwork, so you can get the help, guidance, and attention you need. Remember, you can cancel anytime and still keep the gifts free. Once you become a member, you'll get immediate access to Conversion Cure, which is the email storytelling masterclass that I told you about at the beginning. Plus, you'll also get invited to weekly live class, Sales Message Success. That will happen right when you join the Inner Circle. You'll get invited to all of that stuff. Okay, so become a member right now by filling out the form on this page, and I'll see you on the other side. Thanks so much.